Council order, please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Roll call, please.
Brubaker,
Here.
Lucas,
Present.
Jeffrey,
Here.
Kaiser,
Here.
Kimmons.
Here. Okay, if there's anyone here tonight that would like to address the city council, please fill out a green card that's located back in the foyer. Present it to our clerk, and you'll have 4 minutes to address the council at the end of this meeting. You all should have received an agenda in your packets. Are there any corrections or changes to tonight's agenda? Hearing none, I ask for a motion to approve the agenda.
So move.
Second.
Have a motion and second. All in favor signify by aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Agenda is approved. Council minutes from the last two meetings were included in your packets. Are there any changes or corrections to the minutes? Hearing none, I ask for a motion to approve the minutes.
So moved.
Have a motion. How about a second?
Second.
And a second. All in favor signify by aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Minutes are approved. Recognition of visitors. Mr. Thompson.
Mr. Mayor, there are no visitors to recognize.
Okay, thank you. Next, under number 2, I have a request from Randolph Area YMCA for the 2023 Turkey Trot 5K.
Mr. Mayor, this was the item that was on the work session agenda at the last meeting, and it's a request from the Randolph Area YMCA for their annual 2023 Turkey Trot 5K. And that application has been approved by police and the appropriate departments, and we ask that it be approved.
Motion to approve.
I have a motion. Is there a second?
Second.
And a second. All in favor signify by aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? That event is approved. Number 3.
Yes, Mr. Mayor, the Moberly Area Chamber of Commerce has filed an application for a 2023 Christmas parade in downtown Moberly on December 2nd, 2023 at 3 p.m. And at this point, city staff has reviewed the parade request and it has been approved. And we're asking the council to approve the request at this time.
Okay, any discussion on this item? Hearing none, is there a motion to approve the Christmas parade?
So moved.
Have a motion, is there a second?
Second.
Motion second, all in favor signify by aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Event is approved. Under public hearing and receipt of bids, number 4, Mr. Sanders? Or Randall, are you gonna do that one?
Tom?
It's fine.
Okay,
So we received the 3 bids there, and the low bid from Holman Construction for $22,000 is what staff's recommending we move forward.
okay, any discussion?
Motion to approve.
Have the motion to approve, is there a second?
Second.
All in favor signify by aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Bids are accepted. Randall, number 5.
Yes, Mr. Mayor. The police department no longer has a janitor and its employee, and they went out for bids on janitorial service. And the bids were received, and the low bid was from the Randolph County Sheltered Industries for $2,275 a month, and asking that that be approved.
So moved.
Second.
I have a motion and a second. All those in favor signify by aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Bids are accepted. Number 6.
Yes, Mr. Mayor, this, the North Morley Water Line EDA project went out to bid, and we received 3 bids. The low bid was from Emery Sapp and Sons in the amount of $1,167,770.50, and staff is asking that that bid be accepted.
Okay, I did have a question on this one. What time frame are we looking at on this?
I think this was by September of 2024.
It is. They have 180 days.
Okay, thank you. Any other discussion?
I make a motion, we approve Sarah Septum.
Have a motion, a second. All in favor signify by aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Event is approved. Or, excuse me, bid is accepted. I got mixed up there. Next, we have a consent agenda tonight. Are there any items on the consent agenda that anyone would like to remove for discussion? Hearing none, is there a motion to read the consent agenda?
So moved.
We have a motion. Is there a second?
Second.
Motion second. All those in favor signify by aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Will the clerk read the consent agenda by title one time?
Bill number R1545, a resolution authorizing the purchase of parkland from Letha Silva and VV Silva. Bill number R1546, a resolution accepting the bid and authorizing contracting with JT Holman Construction for demolition of 5 residential structures. Bill number R1547, a resolution accepting the bid of Randolph County Sheltered Workshop Industries and authorizing contracting for janitorial services at the Moberly Police Department building. Bill number R1548, a resolution accepting the bid and authorizing the city manager to execute agreement with Emery Sapp and Sons, Inc. for the North Morley Water Line Replacement Project. Bill number R1549, a resolution authorizing the city manager to execute an agreement with Burns and McDonnell Engineering Company, Inc. for a utility rate study. And Bill number R1550, a resolution granting an access easement to KOSF2 Moberly LLC from the city of Moberly, Missouri.
Okay, is there any further discussion on any of these items? Hearing none, ask for a motion to approve the consent agenda.
So move.
Have a motion. Is there a
Second.
second? Motion second. All those in favor signify by aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Consent agenda items are approved. Next, under ordinances, resolution number 13.
Yes, Mr. Mayor, I have an ordinance approving a sidewalk replacement reimbursement agreement, asked to be read twice for consideration.
Okay, we have a motion for the reading of the ordinance. Is there a second?
Second.
We have a motion second. All those in favor for the reading of the ordinance signify by aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? First reading.
An ordinance approving a sidewalk replacement reimbursement agreement between the Downtown Moberly Community Improvement District and the city of Moberly.
Any further discussion? Hearing none, second reading.
An ordinance approving a sidewalk replacement reimbursement agreement between the Downtown Moberly Community Improvement District and the city of Moberly.
Any further discussion? Hearing none, is there a motion to approve the ordinance?
So moved.
Have a motion, is there a second?
Second.
Have a motion and a second. Roll call, please.
Brubaker,
Yes.
Lucas.
Yes.
Jeffrey,
Yes.
Kaiser,
Yes.
Kimmons.
Yes.
Ordinance is passed. Number 14.
Mr. Mayor, I have an ordinance repealing Article 4 of Chapter 42 of the City Code related to sewers and adopting a new Article 4 of Chapter 42 and ask for it to be read twice for consideration.
Okay, we have a motion for the reading of the ordinance. Is there a second?
Second.
Have the motion second. All those in favor for the reading of the ordinance signify by aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? First reading.
An ordinance amending section 46-82 of the Moberly City Code relating to manufactured home mobile parks residential districts.
No.
No.
14 is Article 4 of Chapter 42.
An ordinance repealing Article 4 of Chapter 42 of the City Code related to sewers and adopting a new Article 4 of Chapter 42 related to sewers.
Okay, we have any further discussion on this? Hearing none, second reading.
An ordinance repealing Article 4 of Chapter 42 of the City Code related to sewers and adopting a new Article 4 of Chapter 42 related to sewers.
Any further discussion? Hearing none, is there a motion to approve the ordinance?
So moved.
Second. We have a motion and a second. Roll call, please.
Brubaker,
Yes.
Lucas,
Yes.
Jeffrey,
Yes.
Kaiser,
Yes.
Kimmons.
Yes.
Ordinance is passed. Number 15.
Yes, Mr. Mayor, I have a resolution appropriating money out of the treasury of the city of Moberly, Missouri to pay expenses due between October 13th, 2023 and November 2nd, 2023 in the amount of $846,677.81. I ask that it be read once for consideration and passage.
Okay, we have a motion for the reading of the resolution. Is there a second?
Second.
We have a second. All those in favor signify by aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? First and only reading.
A resolution appropriating money out of the treasury of the city of Moberly, Missouri to pay expenses due between October 13, 2023 and November 2nd, 2023 in the amount of $846,677.81.
I hereby certify there is sufficient money standing to the credit of the city of Moberly, Missouri, unappropriated in the funds identified in this resolution to meet the requirements of this resolution. City Treasurer Matthew P. Douglas. Any further discussion on this? Hearing none, is there a motion to approve the resolution?
So move.
I have a motion. Is there a second?
Second.
Motion second. All those in favor signify by aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Resolution passed. Okay. Under anything else to come before the council, Randall?
First of all, we have the appointment to the Housing Authority Board. This was brought to the council during the work session. We're asking that the current member be reappointed by request of the housing director.
Okay.
And I'm forgetting her name.
Phyllis Self.
Phyllis Self, yes, that's it.
Okay, I'd ask for a motion to approve the
So
appointment
moved.
of Phyllis Self to the Housing Authority Board. We have a motion. Is there a second?
Second.
Motion second. All those in favor signify by aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Appointment is approved. Did you have anything else, Randall, on this one?
The clerk has a new liquor application.
Mr. Mayor, we've received an application from Shot Clock Bar and Grill, Hattie Bay LLC. This has been turned over to staff for their review, and the city manager has more information regarding the status of their application.
Yeah, as required by city code, an investigation was conducted into the application. And what we found in that investigation is that the company applying for the liquor license, Hattie Mae LLC, is owned by Adrian Pryor. And looking into Adrian Pryor, we see that Adrian Pryor owned an entity called Plush, P-L-U-S-H, Lounge in Columbia, Missouri. The Plush Lounge was the site of several shootings and a death in May of 2023. It's now closed. It lost its liquor license in Columbia. Mr. Pryor was also the owner of an entity called the Gold Bar. There was a shooting reported there in November of 2021. Section 638 of City Code requires the investigation into the character of the applicant, and we believe the standard should apply to the owner. It's been the position of the police department that this application should be denied.
Thank you. Any discussion? If not, I'd ask for a motion to approve the liquor application. Hearing none, the application fails for the lack of motion. So this liquor application is denied. Mr. Kaiser, you said you had something.
Yeah, I would just wanted to comment, Chief, in the incident on Friday afternoon afterwards, I had a number of individuals, probably about 5 or 6, that showed up at my store and said that they saw your officers firsthand in action and were extremely complimentary and appreciative and respected a lot of them going into situations and not hesitating and so on. I just want to pass that along to you that that feedback was received and very much appreciated. And I appreciate their efforts that day.
Thank you very much. There's some kind of office that was good. Hopefully the one was rude, but it was able to continue to do custody without too much problem. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay. Okay, as far as public comments, is there anyone here to address the council tonight? you have your green card filled out?
I do not have that.
Okay, would you state your name and address,
My name is
please?
Brooke C. Mayville. I applied for the liquor application at Shot Clock 1081 South Rosetta. I also have a safety plan with me if you guys are interested in reading this.
I would take that from you. Thanks.
If there's any questions, I can answer from you guys also.
I can report back to the council on your safety plan.
Okay.
If they change their position, we'll certainly get back to you.
Okay.
All right.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Is there anyone else tonight to address the council? Okay, if not, anything else as far as regular session? Hearing none, I ask for a motion to adjourn to work session followed by closed session to discuss the status of legal and real estate matters and negotiated contracts.
So moved.
Got a motion, do I have a second?
Second.
Motion second, roll call please.
Brubaker,
Yes.
Lucas,
Yes.
Jeffrey,
Yes.
Kaiser,
Yes.
Kimmons.
Yes.
Okay, we are adjourned from regular session. Thank you all very much for coming. Now we're going to go into our work session at this time. So I'll open up tonight's session, starting off with number 1.
Mr. Mayor, this is part of the Chamber's application for the Christmas parade. They're asking that we lift public consumption of alcohol from 10 a.m. to 10 p.m. And if the council indicates their inclination to do this, we'll bring it back by resolution at the next meeting.
Okay. Any discussion? If not, we'll move this forward to the next city council. Next, I have a downtown parking study.
Mr. Sanders will address the council.
So I reached out to McClure, and they've done a lot of work with us, and they're familiar with our downtown. We've got on-call agreements with them, and I talked to them, had them give us a proposal. And so I'd sent them a diagram, which is up there on the screen, to kind of show all the streets that we wanted to look at, and where some of the worst areas are, or where it's the tightest, are in red. And I also identified the parking lots that the city owns, and also parking lots that are privately owned that might be potential for after-hours lease or something like that if we need it, if it's determined we need that. So anyhow, they provided a proposal that would look at layout of the downtown parking areas, off-street parking needs, and also as we had planned for future housing growth in the downtown above the businesses, what would the needs be like on that, and also if there should be if we should change anything on our enforcement on hours on the street and things like that about overnight. So anyhow, they put together a scope of services, which you can see there. And I had Aaron ask them to come down tonight if they wanted to talk about it and had any questions. Maybe he can explain the scope better as to what the costs were there.
Okay.
You want to kind of go through the scope before?
Yeah, I can. Would you like me to go to mine?
Yeah.
Yeah, if you could just state your name, please, and your company's name.
Yeah, I'm Aaron McVicker with McClure Engineering Company. So just to go through the scope a little bit, if you go to the basic services there.
It's on.
Just need to heat it a little bit. Help.
I think you turned it on.
There we go. All right. Now I can hear myself. So in the first kind of section there is the preliminary planning and gathering the data that we need to do the actual study. So we'll be looking at all of your streets, measuring those, counting the spaces that you have available, doing a study during, I think we put in, I can't remember what it's in actually the next section, but a 13-hour period of studying what the parking situations are like, if they're full or if, counting cars that are parked every hour, cars that are parked in different locations, if they're there all day, if they're there for a couple hours, just going through that analysis piece. And like I said, the measuring and then all of the usage of the lots on an hourly basis was included in that. And let's see. Yeah, physical dimensions and locations, any enforcement procedures that are there, if there's any parking violations that are going on. And then the phase 200, I talked a little bit about already, but the data gathering or inventory, counting those, including the handicap spaces, measuring widths and lengths, and kind of getting an idea of if those are sufficient or not, or what needs to be done to make those sufficient for today's vehicles. And then the recommendations would be to more or less show an aerial and show what we think could be done to optimize those parking spots. If it's changing the configuration of them, or doing away with some, or needing to add parking lots, or what you needed to accommodate the parking needs that you have. And then also looking at if there was future needs, like Tom said, if there was something that is going to be driving parking or traffic up, to look at what could be done to accommodate that also.
Okay, any questions or discussion?
I have one.
Yes, sir.
And this is maybe more for Tom as well, but obviously we have some projects that we're working on downtown right now. And if those were to come to fruition, how would this change that particular scope? Would we, or are we doing this too early? I think is what I'm trying to ask, if that were to happen.
You regarding the crosswalks in the
As far as the hotel project.
oh yeah, I don't know they would impact it that much around that. We're talking, the on-street parking would probably, it would change right there around that one location, like one half block, but I don't think it would impact the remainder of it. But I think more of an issue we'd have is, do we want to look at adjusting parking space sizes, or one thing we talked about in the past was doing some setbacks and some green spaces and bump outs and things like that, which would be a much more intense project. This would be, I think, would look at how much of a range we want to go. Do we want to go from changing paint to, or making some physical changes? And so the physical changes would be more of a concern than the paint.
That's an awful lot of money for this study. I don't know that I'm 100% convinced that I'm ready to spend that kind of money when we don't know everything that's ready to go on downtown.
And this is not like us putting on the table saying, push this forward, we would definitely want to do this today. We're saying this is a comprehensive study to
Sure.
try to address the issues you all brought up and the concerns, and it's just, we could maybe dial it back if you have specific areas or things you want to look at in a smaller portion of the downtown for now, and dial it down to a more focused thing, and we're not looking at parking spaces or parking lots and things like that. Do you want to just, this is a comprehensive. So is there some, maybe just the problem areas?
So
Go ahead.
So could we look at investigating the issue at 4th and Coates, and maybe at the Brick, where we've experienced complaints about the tightness of getting traffic through there during peak hours, and then we've had complaints about at the Brick the vehicles being too long. So can we look at just those areas? Because I'm not too concerned about the parking lots themselves at this moment.
Great. So that's what we can do. That's a good reason I wanted him here, so he could hear what you had to say and maybe dial the scope down to fit more directly what you're wanting to target right now.
I think the parking lots was more, like I said, comprehensive to say if you needed to reduce parking here, do you have the space to accommodate it in a parking lot? So if you were picking pieces out of that, it's going to be hard to tell if we end up having to reduce parking spaces, say on this strip of this roadway, where are those cars going? Because if they're being used, we need them. So that was just the thinking, I think, behind looking at a bigger area, if that helps.
Mr. Jeffrey.
So I don't have any way of estimating what it should cost, but the other side of that, I can't see spending an amount of money to do just what you were referring to, Mr. Kaiser, and not doing the rest of it, and then say, well, now we got to come back and have another trip and a whole nother mobilization to come do that rest of that study of the other things we deal with. I guess my question would be, Mr. Sanders, is since this is just one firm saying this is what it costs, are you confident that this amount is a competitive bid?
Well, you can't bid firms, engineering firms. You can come in and you can negotiate with them, and if you are happy with that price.
I get that. What I'm saying is, are you confident that this is a fair price for the work done of what we're talking about doing? Because we don't, up here, we don't know what all the engineering hours are gonna, I mean, I know they have a breakdown in there, but that's what matters, because I don't have a way of judging how much it's gonna cost to get a study done. That's all.
We could put out for proposals, and ask for proposals from multiple firms if you wanted to do something like that, but we need to have a identified scope of services we want to try to achieve to put that out so that they're all submitting proposals for apples to apples. And that's kind of what we're trying to narrow down here. I don't know what you all want to see as a scope. I don't think it's out of range for what, it's all based on number of hours they feel like they're going to put into the project to complete what we're asking for.
Okay, that's what I need to, thank you.
Okay. Any other questions or comments? Any other discussion?
Well, we really don't have any marching orders yet, so I don't know if you want us to dial it back and bring something back to you with a smaller scope, or if you want to go forward with this larger scope.
I'll move forward.
I'm not in favor of it.
Okay, we have one not in favor. Are y'all okay moving it forward to
I am.
next meeting?
I'm okay with it going forward. I don't know if I'm gonna
Okay,
vote
moving
positive
forward.
yet, but I'll move it forward.
Okay, so this one will be moved forward to the next city council meeting. Thank you very much.
If there's any more information you want or need, don't hesitate to let Tom know.
Okay, we will.
Thank you.
Next, I have the industrial park draft agreement. Mr. Sanders?
So this is the engineering proposal for the design and construction oversight work for the roads you see out there. That'd be the extension of McEwen Parkway up north, Robertson Road down to Fowler, and then the extension of Fowler over there. So a total project price, we're anticipating around $3.14 million. That's the funding we have. So this one is 100% grant funded for that. So the engineering that's not out of line on it, meets within the guidelines of EDA and the ISG programs on their funding levels. So staff's recommending we move that one forward.
Okay, any discussion? Any questions? Mr. Jeffrey?
So I'm trying to understand the comments that you've got on the agenda where it says you anticipated funding $333,000 worth of engineering costs. Are you saying that was going to be our part? And then you thought, because now we're going from that number to 542,000. So why the difference, or is it just our part of it?
So when we submitted for the governor's cost share exclusively, we asked for 100% money funding for the construction side of it only. And that was going to be McEwen Parkway, the north piece, and the Fowler Road stub over there. And so that was broken down. I think we asked for like about right at $1 million, well, double 555, so $1.085 million in construction money, and we anticipated the engineering fees to be somewhere in the $333,000 range for that side portion of the project. We've increased the scope greatly by adding another $1.5 million worth of grant funding from EDA for the Robertson Road section, so the engineering has increased proportionally.
Okay.
But we anticipated spending that $333 out of pocket when we applied for the governor's cost share, and now this is 100% grant funded.
I see. Thank you.
Any other questions, discussion? Are you okay moving this one forward to the next meeting? Okay, show that we moved this one forward to the next city council meeting. Number 4, application for a conditional use permit submitted by Outline and Associates on behalf of Mackenzie Riley for a proposed car wash facility located at 1008 West Highway 24. Mr. Sanders.
So if you're not familiar with it, this is the former Swiss Village Hotel location, was most recently Swiss Village modular houses. But anyhow, so they have submitted for this. It's went through planning and zoning, it's required to have a site plan or a conditional use for a car wash. And then the drive-through up here, one of the questions was stacking and things like that. So they have accommodated the stacking, I think, very well for the car wash, and PMZ was comfortable with that. And as a result, and there were business owners from around the area that did show up at that meeting and attend, and they didn't really have any questions, problems. The only thing I would mention is there was a sewer line that goes across a private property, and so they've still got to negotiate that sewer line, but that's up to them.
Okay, any questions or discussion? I had a question on, I know it's probably in there, the number of bays, is it 3 self-serve and 1 automatic?
I don't remember what the type of operations they were, but then
Okay.
I think there are 4 bays.
And then vacuum area?
Yeah, the vacuum area's up along Highway 24 there when you go
Okay.
to the north side.
Thank you. Are y'all okay with moving this one forward?
Yep.
Okay, we'll show that this is moved forward to next city council meeting. Number 5, an application, a text amendment application submitted by the city of Moberly for clarification and relocation of regulations related to driveway construction in residential neighborhoods. Mr. Sanders.
To simplify this, our current regulations are too narrow for we're seeing a lot of infill houses. People wanting to go back with 2 bay garages and on a 50-foot lot, they're only allowed 12 feet under our current regulations. So this revision would allow it 40% of your lot width up to a maximum of 30-foot driveway width. So on a 50-foot lot, you can have a 20-foot wide driveway approach, and then max out, no matter how wide your lot is, you could have up to 30 feet. So basically 20 to 30 foot on a 40% ratio. We're seeing a lot of houses come in now, like say there was a 2-car garage and then a single driveway point to make it, or driving through the grass, or people are struggling with that.
Okay, any questions, any discussion? Are you okay moving this one forward? Okay, we'll show that this is moved to the next city council meeting. Number 6, receipt of proposal for infill housing at 924 Bond Street and 812 West Reed Street from Spillman Studio out of Columbia.
As you know, when we acquire property, we put all of our lots through a public request for proposal. So they go through that, and everybody has an opportunity to put in the paper, and we try to notify all of our currently active developers in the community of it directly as well. And so if they don't receive a proposal, then after that, they're on a first come, first served basis on that. And we have received proposals from Spillman Studios and for 924 and 812 West Reed. These are a little bit larger. If you notice the size, I mean, a lot of the houses we're seeing are 1,100, 1,200. These are right at 1,600 square foot units, and you saw the price range they anticipated, the 225 to 250 range. So they have experience in building. Actually, I think he's in attendance from this evening. Yep, back there. So if you had any questions of the proposed builder back there, he's available tonight.
Okay, any questions?
I'm fine with it.
Did you have one?
No, I said I'm fine with it.
Oh, I'm sorry. Randall, did you have one?
No, I did not.
Okay. Are you okay moving this one forward to the next city council meeting? Okay, we'll show that this is being moved to the next city council meeting. Next, I have a letter requesting removal of stop signs and street name change. Mr. Sanders.
Yes. Let me pull this up here. Okay, so you see from the packet, so we received this, and the staff is not, proposing this, and we're just passing, told we'd move it through. So of all the locations, the top left up there you can see is Epperson, which is Epperson and Homestead Drive are the same. They run together, and then they tee in with Terra Park there on the east side. In the past, that was I understand that was a through road, and they made it a 3-way there. And so one of the requests was to remove the stop signs on Homestead and Epperson, which would make that a through route with Terra Park yielding to that. As discussions with staff, which PD and all other staff, they were not in favor one way or the other. They're neutral on that one. So it's up to the council if you feel like that's a good change. We don't think it's going to be a high risk due to the traffic load, but it was not strong either way. The other location on the right, top right, is Park Avenue and Fisk Avenue. And so Park, where it intersects there, has a poor sight visibility back to the east. And also there's a fair amount of traffic. There's a crosswalk there with a trail and sidewalks. And so I think staff as a whole agreed that would be a bad choice to take out that stop sign intersection there. Bottom left is Coach Street downtown from Johnson back to Sturgeon. And they were looking at making that a through down through there. Everybody, staff, I should say, believes that's going to be increased speeds for the pedestrian area through there, not having anybody yielding, especially when you have the parking like you talked about earlier, how tight that can be in there, not having the stop signs that kind of give that break and pedestrians a point of crossing. And the last one there on the bottom right is former Pig and Bun Road between Williams and North Morley. Now you give it to me. So anyhow, Morley being over here and Williams being over here, they were requesting that to be changed back. If you recall, the Shepherd brothers met with the former family or the family of Pig and Bun when they first proposed that, and the family members were okay with it being renamed, and they sent them the signs, and they were happy with that. So I think based on that, and it also gives you uniform address, Shepherd Brothers Boulevard through the whole stretch from Williams to Gratz Brown.
Mayor, just so you appreciate the presentation, this wasn't staff generated, but we received a request from a member of the public for these changes. So we're bringing them to you, but it's staff recommendation that only the top left change be considered and
Be considered.
and we're not recommending the other three be considered. And Tom or the chief could answer any questions for you specifically about those intersections.
Tom, I had a question. When you have these requests like this, do you ever, for lack of a better word, survey the people that are living near these or live in this neighborhood?
Sometimes I don't, because there's 4 areas. It would take a while. So what we typically do is if I recommend that they get a petition, and let them kind of track that down versus staff going out and trying to track that down.
But this is just one person, right, requesting this?
It was.
Okay. Mr. Kaiser.
In regards to the top one there at Homestead, I am curious to hear what others that live in that neighborhood have to say, because it says here that the signs were put in at the request of one person, and I'm curious as to what's changed. Has that person moved away? Did they do it without collective agreement with everybody else? I kind of would like to know more about why they got put in place the first time and what's changed since.
I don't remember when that was put in place, but I would suspect, like a lot of stop signs, there might be somebody, a near miss or something like that, and somebody came forward and I don't know when it was put in place, and I, again, not asking to take it out. As long as I can remember. Yeah, it's probably been there 30 years.
So I would prefer to hear what the residents of Homestead, that's who it affects the most. One person come in and said, hey, we'd like to remove these. I'd like to hear more from the citizens that live there than before I approve or vote for a change.
May I ask this? Since it wasn't staff generated, I can put it back to the requesting person. I say, look, they don't want to do anything without having more information, and then put it on the requesting party to make that review, since they're wanting to remove these things. So say, get a petition, and that would give us a feedback of the area.
Mr. Jeffrey.
So that's kind of a longer version, but if we moved it forward to the next meeting and then notified all those folks that are involved with that one particular scenario, would they then have time to come to the meeting or present their petition or whatever they wanted to do to give that feedback, and then within however many weeks before the next meeting, 2 weeks, we would be given that much time to get feedback, would we not?
You know, a suggestion could be we keep this off an agenda until a petition has been submitted to staff. And then we can bring it back to the council if a petition is submitted.
I mean, to me, I don't need a petition on that one. I think it's a common sense thing, but I don't think we should do it in such a hurry that people can't weigh in on it. But they would come to the meeting, say what they thought, you know?
We could do it like we do for planning and zoning, and just do a 200-foot
Sure.
property notification.
I like
Sure.
that idea. Yeah.
But I don't think I need to wait for a petition to come up.
Okay.
Mr. Kimmons.
So we're talking about taking the stop sign down where Homestead drives.
And Epperson Connect,
Goes into Epperson. But that does leave the stop sign then on that little
Terra Park.
Terra
Yes,
Park.
so Terra Park would yield to that.
I can tell you from being in that area, that the stop sign's not working now, so.
It doesn't have enough traffic at that intersection. I think that's why staff agreed that it probably wouldn't make a difference, a big problem either way.
Mr. Jeffrey.
So in reading the comments about the request, I don't agree with the idea that taking the stop signs out of Coat Street like what was proposed, but I understand I think what they're saying is to try to have more of a through street. And wasn't Rollins more of a through street at one time? Because I was thinking the stop sign at Johnson and Rollins, that wasn't up when I went to the junior high. And so if we were going to make one of those three streets, Rollins, Reed, or Coates, Rollins is the bigger street, why would we not just eliminate some of the stop signs on Rollins Street to have more of a through street type experience, because it goes all the way down to the college. I know that's a whole different scenario, but that seems a more logical place, because it doesn't, especially where the Coates Street and the congestion that's down through there, that would not be a good place to have just a 30-mile-an-hour speed limit, I don't think.
Mr. Kaiser.
In regards to Rollins Street, I know in the 80s there were stoplights at Rollins and Williams and Rollins and Clark. Cause that was on the driving test, you had to take a left turn at that light. So there was lights there.
No, I'm not talking about those. I'm talking about at Johnson.
Oh, I agree with that. Yeah, that was definitely a thoroughfare, yes. But
When you were at the junior high for 4 years, that stop sign was there? Is that what you're saying?
you say what's that?
Well, it's the building that you and Omar Bradley went to school at,
Okay.
back there on the corner.
Okay, so what are we gonna do on this then?
Move it forward.
Well, I personally, when I look up there at the 4 requests, I could see doing the first one, but not the other 3. And I'm not in favor of those. Yes, sir.
I will tell you that the whole pig and bun thing has not been popular. I still hear, we did that several years ago, and we continue to hear complaints about, I can't believe that's still about Pig and Bun Road. And I understand the idea of keeping it thoroughfare, but I mean, there's a lot of people still wish that was Pig and Bun. So I would be open to it, but not the other 2.
They didn't pay the money to do the sidewalk.
I understand, but I'm just saying that it's not been a popular decision. So
We can do the notice that Tom suggested for the removal of the stop signs on Epperson if you want, if there's some consensus for
I
that.
think
I
that's
would be in
what,
favor of that.
you're okay with that, aren't you?
Yeah.
All right. Let's
I
do
think
that.
that's the way we'll go then.
All right. Thank you.
So do we need to bring this back?
We'll bring it back when we have a proposal for the council.
Okay, thank you. Next, I have number 8, discussion of farm lease agreement. Mr. Sanders.
But the diagram's not up there, but we have about approximately 155 acres of farmable ground, and that's based on the current farmers that were doing about a little over 150, and they didn't have all of what we're showing up there in place. And there's additionally about 3.5 acres, 4 acres south of Aviator Lane along the outer road there that we also own that is farmable ground. So we're including all that in there. We're proposing using the same exact contract as we have for the current industrial park property. The only thing we're really needing an answer on is there's been some discussion about having a 50% upfront payment. So is that something the council wants as a whole, to have in there where it's 50% upfront from the farmer at the beginning of the year and then the other half at the end of the year?
Mr. Jeff?
First of all, I know I caused most of this problem, so I want to thank you all for getting this done in this time frame. But I think that's a good idea. The only thing in reading what you had in that sample contract was you used the word up front, but you might want to have a date certain for the 50%. Like, a lot of farmers will be before anything is planted, for example, or they'll be, March 1st or April 1st, which is around planting time. But just saying up front, I don't know if that's definitive enough. But the rest of it, and I didn't realize we had that many acres to put up for bid, but I think it looks pretty good.
Anything else? And the question is, how are you going to actually notify the people bidding on this? Will this be a publication or?
Publication, social media, and there's several. We've already had a few farmers requesting.
So some of them probably around that area
Yeah.
will
They
want to bid on it.
It's in the farming community is aware of it, so.
Okay.
So we can tweak that contract a little bit and bring it back.
Okay. Everyone okay moving this forward?
Yes.
Okay, we'll show that we move this one forward to the next council meeting. Number 9, request to authorize the city manager to enter into an agreement with Cummins Sales and Service for a fleet management agreement to provide routine service on the Moberly Fire Department engines and aerial truck.
I'll let Chief Ryan
Chief
describe
Ryan.
what all we've got. How many pieces of equipment are going to be subject to this maintenance agreement?
There's gonna be 4 apparatus. You're gonna have 3 engines in the aerial is what we are looking to. This program's designed basically to keep us from running into an issue like we had when I first got here. So that's the purpose of the fleet program.
Okay, questions? Mr. Jeffrey?
So I guess one question I would have in whatever that maintenance service is going to be, will it include oil tests? I know I've had a little experience with John Deere when they do an annual service, like on your farm tractor, they'll test the oil, and if they find metal or they find something foreign, that's how they possibly diagnose some problem down the road. So we've had problems with head gaskets and all that. So does this type of maintenance, will it include an oil or a fuel test? I mean, I realize that may not be part of what you look at, but I think that's,
Normally, I guess what I'm looking at here is the fact that if they're coming in and doing that routine maintenance and the oil change, it's all gonna depend on how often to a certain point when it comes down to the changing of the hours, mileage, but whether or not they're not gonna be doing that every time they're here. But as the preventative side, if they're changing the oil, that's what they're gonna be looking for. Maybe not so much with any kind of a meddling test or more of a visual. And possibly, I don't know what they have on their drain, whether they'll have any kind of like a sieve to have it go through to see if it catches anything or not.
well, I just think it might be a good idea to have oil tested, because if it shows any fuel or anything, that's where
Correct.
you're going to show signs of a head gasket, and then that will show up. I would almost bet they do that, but or can do
Part of
that.
that
I think it would be wise. I was just
inspection,
curious.
they're gonna be looking for leaks that would be causing, and some of the head gaskets, it's gonna be fairly noticeable because of that.
Okay, thank you.
Other questions? Okay, are you okay moving this one forward? Okay, we'll show that this is going to be moved forward to the next city council meeting. Number 10, Lakeshore Project Engineering Addendum. Mr. Bach?
So as you know, Allstate is already designing the Lakeshore project, which is a cooperative project between us and conservation. For a few years, we've had growing concern over especially the first 20 feet of the Rothwell Spillway. There's some advantage cost-wise, even though it was an unbudgeted expense, to address the first 20 feet and both redesign and rebuild that first 20 feet and essentially lower it, swing it about 3 feet to the west, but lower it about 3 to 5 inches, depending on what the engineers determine in the end. But there's two problems going on. It's too far to the east and a few inches too high. So in these larger events like we've had in 18 and 23, you build up a lot more capacity in the lake. But we also have undermining under the sidewall to the point where even during the drier part of the year through the late summer, we had seepage under that west side of the wall in that first 20 feet. So when we have a contractor mobilized for that other project, a few feet away, we might as well address that first 20 feet of the spillway at the same time.
Okay, any questions?
How
Mr.
does
Lucas?
this affect the level of the lake? I'm curious, does it significantly lower now?
No, it would actually be, last I went out there a couple weeks ago, but it would actually still allow it to be a couple inches above the current state.
I see.
Okay, other questions? Any discussion? Are you okay moving this one forward? Okay, we'll show that this is being moved forward to the next city council meeting. Number 11, purchase of Martin property near Heritage Hills Golf Course. Mr. Bach?
So as you know, recently the council approved an ordinance to move through the condemnation process. As with the other lot, that brought the other party to the table, and they're agreeable to the sale of that property for the sum of $10,000.
Okay, any discussion or questions on this one? Okay, moving this one forward. Okay, we'll show that this is going to be moved forward to the next city council meeting. Number 12, a discussion regarding a resolution approving a proposal from Banter, or am I pronouncing that right? Pardon me? Banter, for a Darwood lift station pump replacement and authorizing the city manager to execute the agreement on behalf of the city. Mr. Ulmer.
Good evening, Mayor and Council. We have an opportunity here to replace a pump that's been rebuilt once and about to be possibly rebuilt for the second time with a newer pump, a higher quality pump, and pump that comes with a control system that allows staff to monitor the pump's condition, whereas the existing pump does not allow that. And at 73%, to rebuild what we could purchase new along with improved controls, the staff believes it's advantageous to take advantage of that opportunity.
Okay, any questions? Are you okay moving this one forward? Okay. Oh, I'm sorry, Mr. Jeffrey.
What's the name of the company that makes all these pumps?
The one that staff is proposing to purchase?
Well,
Or which-
sewage pumps in
I can go
general.
through-
No, I don't need, I'm just curious.
The existing pump, I'm blanking.
Okay.
The new pump is Flight, made in Sweden. They're recognized in the U.S. By others than myself as being a high-quality pump system.
Others beside you or others and yourself?
Other members of the water and
I see.
wastewater industry in the United States.
Sorry.
Okay, other questions? If not, are you okay moving this one forward? Okay, we'll show that this is going to be moved forward to the next city council meeting. Number 13, a discussion regarding accepting the bid and authorizing the city manager to execute the agreement for the downtown CSO EDA project for public utilities.
Utilities advertised for and open bids for the downtown CSO project. We received bids in the range that you see on your summary, and Schneider Construction was the low bid and is being offered to be selected for the project.
I had a question, where are they based out of?
Don't,
Jeff City?
Jeff City.
Okay. Have we done business with them before?
We have not, but we made inquiries to others who said they had a good reputation.
Okay, thank you. Any other questions? Are you okay moving this one forward? Okay, we'll show that this is going to be moved forward to the next city council meeting. Next, number 14, discussion regarding a proposal from Jacobs Engineering for engineering services for the Northwest Regional Lift Station SRF project engineering.
This is one of several SRF projects. This one was originally connected with the Route JJ sewer line project, and they kind of go hand in hand together. It's also been approved for a regionalization incentive grant, and this is Moberly authorizing Jacobs to begin the engineering of that project.
Okay, any questions? Hearing none, are you okay moving this one forward? Okay, we'll reflect that this one's going to be moved forward to the next city council meeting. And last, number 15, discussion regarding a proposal from Jacobs Engineering for engineering services for Logan Street waterline replacement SRF project engineering.
This is the final amount of water lines in the Logan Street, President Street areas. Some of them were done previously, just a few years ago, and this is the completion of that project. This is the #1 project on the prioritized list of water lines to be replaced within the city, and it's an SRF project that the city has been informed they've been approved for, and it's nearly 3 miles of cast iron line that is overdue for replacement.
So this is on East Logan, right?
It is on East Logan, that's correct. Part of that neighborhood and general area was done before. This completes it by installing or replacing the remaining water lines that were originally slated to be replaced.
Okay. Any questions? If not, are you okay moving this one forward? Okay, we'll reflect that this will be moved forward to the next city council meeting. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Is there anything else to come before the work session? Hearing none, I ask for a motion to adjourn the work session. Oh. We have a motion. Is there a second? No. Oh. I don't think I did.
We need to adjourn the work session and go into closed session.
Yeah. Okay, is there anything else to come before the work session? If not, do you have a motion to adjourn from the work session and go into closed session?
Second.
Have a motion and second. All those in favor signify by aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? We are adjourned.